Turmentic here, and I'm excited. I just got something in the mail from Metazoo. I'm pretty sure, I think I know what it is. Nick from Nick Strength and Pokemon posted something on Instagram earlier today. So, yeah, it's too big for me to actually put out in front. Like, it's a big package here. I'll zoom out so you can actually see in comparison to, like, a booster box. So, we're going to go ahead and open this and actually see what is in. How is everybody doing today, though? Is everybody doing all right? Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, it is. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, cool. This is... So, there's the big thing. Hello, Bright. How are you doing? Oh, and he's, of course, he said another card too. It was from Charlie. Thanks for loving Metazoo. Your faith and leadership have served the community dearly. Happy holidays, from Charlie. And it is what I thought it was. This is sick. All right, so let me take this. Oh God, that is cool. Let me take it out of the big thing because that is a big sleeve. Oh, okay. Check this out. That is cool. Happy holidays from Metazoo. Oh, check it. I think this might be like the first official thing that Metazoo has actually released. Oh, look, you got Rainbow Crow. You have the... Oh, look at that. That's awesome. I can't remember the gopher's name, actually, from... I think that's from Wilderness. Look at it though. Oh, that is super. Look at Snipe. I love how crazy Snipe looks in this. And then you have Dingbell. Oh man, Schmooze. Which one is that one in the back? I don't recognize that one actually. The black one right here. Yeah, I know the Rainbow Crow. That's crazy. I love the Rainbow Crow. I like what they did with the back feathers. That's super cool. Schmooze is all over this thing. Schmooze over here. We got some Schmooze right there. Jackalope with the that is Minnesota Iceman. Oh, that's right. Oh, it's just in the dark. I couldn't really tell. That's good call on that. The hide behind over here. I don't know. I want to say that actually might be Bigfoot. The gluttonous gopher, that's what it was. The one from Native. You're right, Raven. The forest elementals, yep. Got those guys right. They're all over this thing too, just like the Smooze. This guy up here, is that Jersey Devil? No, I don't think that's Jersey Devil. Might be Jersey Devil. I don't know though. And you got, of course, the Mothman right there hiding out. It is Jersey Devil. Okay, that's what I was thinking it was. And then, yep, is that... Oh, which one is that one? The ones that actually... that aren't colored. They're a little... Yeah, this one totally over here, I'm pretty sure. I think that is Bigfoot. I think that is totally Bigfoot. I like how you can tell that Love is actually singing. Because he has the notes coming out through there. Oh, do you think that's actually Piazza Bird? Jack Frost, 100%. Oh, 100%. That could be Jack Frost. It's kind of funny, though, because it reminds me a little bit of... let me see if I can get closer and in focus. Of Black Wukong. Just because of the staff in the back. It just reminds me a little bit of Black Wukong. I love the fire symbol, though, actually, inside of the... That's cool, actually. I didn't notice that when I first looked at Rainbow Crow. I wonder if that's going to be the new fire aura symbol right there. Oh, okay, that would make sense. Yeah, JD, because of the hooves, that makes sense. So that actually could be Piazza Bird. You're right. 100%. You could that could be Piazza Bird. Because yeah, looking at the legs, looking at the feet, they look more paw-ish than they do hoof-ish. And Jersey Devil for sure would have hooves instead of that. Maybe Johnny Appleseed. That's another good guess for a magnet for that for our guy in the back. I don't know though. It does not say who did the art for this though. I'm very curious about who did this. or if it was an amalgamation of a bunch of the new artists. Or I love how the Gluttonous Gopher has a trail of food following it, and you can tell that the entire bag is just full of cookies and candy and pizza. We need Joga, right? 100% Joga. I have to keep looking behind me in order to look at the comments. I was not ready to go live. I literally just got this in the mail like about 10 minutes ago. I was like, I'm going to go show this. Kind of looks like Ding Bell. Oh no, Ding Bell's totally right here. I doubt that's good. That up there is going to be Ding Bell. I really actually like the idea of that maybe being Jack Frost. The only thing that throws me a little bit though is the staff. I really want to know who did the art too, though. I'm trying to see if there's anything I'm missing, because the more I look at this, the more I realize there's lots of little hidden details. Like the North Pole, actually, that is Love's staff, but actually at the top of it, you could tell that that is an ornament with Love's symbol on it right there. That's cool. I love how it looks like the holly potentially is growing out of Hodag's tail, or that could be Shmooze actually holding it as well. The snowman actually is an actual cryptid that I don't know. Actually, I know there was the what was it? The snowman from the Christmas set one year, but I want to say there's actually a friendly. Well, there's friendly snowman, and then there's the other one with the two that look like they're singing. That I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, it looks like it looks like two of them are singing, and it's like Haunted Snowman or something like that. I can't remember. Older depictions of Jack Frost. He did have a staff. Oh, okay. Again, it's the three dots. Like you can see, yeah, you can see like 1, 2, 3. It's the 3 dots that kind of just throw me a little bit, honestly, on that. So, oh God, what was that? That's gonna bug me. The Haunted Snowmen until I actually remember exactly what their names were. But I love how funky Snipe looks, though. Like, his eyes looking in 2 different directions. I love that Snipe is actually getting more love, it seems. Because Snipe was 100% a underrated beastie, in my opinion. It should have gotten way, 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 way more love than it actually did originally. I'm just excited that love is still here. Yeah, I can show the crow again, of course. I'm gonna take some really good pictures of it too and post it on Instagram, Raven. Snow Ghost, you're right. So yeah, just make sure you check out Instagram, because I'm gonna take some close-up shots of it as well when I post it on there. The Seance Snowman, you're right. Okay, I was oh God, it was bugging me. Snow Ghost. I want to say that might be Snow Ghost, but looking at it, the eyes actually are coal. Like, they look like they might be eyes, but if you look at it, they actually have, like, sides. So those are definitely coal. And the top of it actually having, I don't know if those are carrots, but the 2 horns, that's... And I think that might be the scarf. I recognize the scarf, too. But I don't know. I can't pinpoint it. But yeah, I know you wanted to see the crow again, so there's the crow. I love this crow. I love the way that they actually did that with the colors. Sam's scarf, actually, a funny story. Sam's scarf, it looked more like this, which I know they could be redoing it, because I know that they're coming up with, like, new stuff. But a snow-covered Christmas tree. Okay. Somebody asked if it was Infield Monster. Yes, Infield Monster is right there, looking crazy, throwing the lights all over the place. Looks like it looks actually like he's chasing Snipe. It looks like Snipe and him are actually playing tag. Yeah, but what about Seance card Sam Scarf? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't have that with me on hand right now, but I don't know if... I want to say it was still... I don't think it was blue. To be honest with you. Like, for some reason, that screams love, and I don't know why. I mean, of course, love has... Well, Actually, here's a card of Love real quick. Love did not have a scarf on. I think he had one in. I don't know. I can't remember. There's so many different Love cards, but he has the actual Santa cape on right now with the hat. God, the Minnesota Iceman. I like that one in the back. Me too. I don't know if Sam will be in the new lore. I don't know what the new storyline is. I don't know how they're going about telling the story of the cryptids, of the casters, things like that. This Seance scarf does look like the one on the sample. Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't sure. Bright, I wasn't sure. It looks like they used. I don't want to say used, but it looks like they. Well, yeah, I guess it looks like they used a lot of, or some of the older cards for inspiration for this as well. Some of them look really, really familiar, like Smooths, like the Forest Elementals. Snipe, I would even argue, looks like it did from OG Retro Zoo. Enfield Monster looks like it could be a variation of it. The Jackalope, though, if that is Jackalope, which I think it is, even though it has the red nose, that one looks different. Gluttonous Gopher looks the same. Rainbow Crow looks different. Rainbow Crow almost looks a little bit like the Kuromi, Chibi Crow, which is kind of cool. Mothman in the background right there. It looks a little similar, a little different. I'm interested to actually see Bigfoot, their rendition of Bigfoot. I'm also interested to see what they do about Bigfoot lore, because there is so much Bigfoot lore out there that could be incorporated into a main story or its own standalone story. I mean, like, the Sasquatches, in essence, had their own civilization in some theories, in some actual Bigfoot lore. So there's so much they could do with Bigfoot. I know. I thought that at first was Jersey Devil, but then somebody pointed out, like, of course it's more horse-like, and they're right. Like, there are no hooves right here. I can't see if I can bring it where it doesn't glare in. Actually, yeah, there are no hooves. Those are definitely paws. So that's really cool. That's Piasa bird. That's super, super cool. Right? I know the big. I will say I loved Orange Eyes, but I really, really felt like they never utilized Bigfoot to the full capacity that they could have. Because Bigfoot is such. Here, let me actually take it out of this so it stops glaring. Bigfoot is such a world known cryptid. I mean, I would put Bigfoot up there right next to Mothman, if not even more known than Mothman. Like, just because Bigfoot, there's so many different variations of it. Oh my gosh, the quality of it, the print and everything, even too, with it. Okay, there we go. We got rid of the glare. So yeah, Bigfoot. I feel like they underutilized Bigfoot back in the day. Bigfoot didn't even make it in competitive decks. Yeah. Well, you could make the actual, like, Sasquatch deck, which had all of the different Bigfoots in it, but you needed pretty much almost every single Bigfoot that they had released. And some of them actually were kind of hard to get. Like, I remember the one from the energy drink. That one right there, it was kind of hard. And honestly, once they sold out of the energy drink in order to actually get that, because you only got one. Chupacabra for sure. Nessie, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you on that. Lily, oh, how are you doing, my friend? I'm trying to figure out who actually did the art for this, because it is not named, and they are amazing, and they need to be recognized. Yep, yep, you're right. Yeah, no, I always actually wanted to make a Bigfoot deck, but I never did. I finally ended up with Giants, and Giants were like my thing for up until the closure of the company. Like, I loved my Rainbow Giant deck. It was so much fun to play. But, like, yeah, look how big Hodag is too. Like, the size comparison, like, that's actually kind of interesting too. Just looking. Were you the one that did this? Lily, were you the one that made this? Oh my gosh, please tell me. Please tell me that was right. I just saw your comment. It was me. Haha. Oh my gosh, please tell me. That is amazing. And like this right here, yes, 100%. I'm so stoked to actually have this, knowing now that Lily was the one that did it. This right here, that I'd have to go back actually, and I don't know if I can do it here. Let me see if I can set this right here, and then my computer's off to the side, but I need to go to the Discord real quick and look, because they did an announcement a couple weeks ago about the aura types that they were using for base set. And I swear that fire symbol was the symbol that they gave us for it. Oh, it isn't. Ooh, it isn't. Okay. So what is that? What is that symbol right there in the fire then? Because that's not the same symbol that they gave us for fire. Ooh. That's yeah, what is that symbol right there? Then it's actually in the flame, the twig that Rainbow Crow actually has. Is that I wonder if it's somehow like a nod to the eternal fire that Rainbow Crow actually brought back in actual real lore. I don't know. I just love though that like Schmooze is all over the place along with the elementals. But yeah, no, what I was talking about before though, I got really excited because Lily said that she did this, which is amazing. I like the size comparisons. I like that they're to scale almost. I want to see. I'm interested to see if they keep that same type of scale, because you can see like how big Hodag is versus Loveland Frogman. And to be honest with you, Hodag isn't all that big. To be honest with you, like in real actual lore, Hodag is probably about maybe like if you took like I want to say like a big old Rottweiler and actually had like two end to end. That's roughly about the size I want to say of how Hodag was. So that means that Love isn't that big, and it would make sense why Snipe and Infield Monster are so comparable size wise to Love. If Hodag actually was that size, because again, like look at the gopher. Like the gopher isn't a huge creature. The thick frog, that's right, get it. And I mean, and Rainbow Crow was never super huge either. And it also works too because of the size comparison in the back with Bigfoot and with Minnesota Iceman, which are really big. They are super tall ones. So the size, all of it, this perspective is great. Hodag is gator size. Okay, that's a way better explanation than saying two dogs back to back. I'm gonna steal that, by the way. Yeah, I should have just said gator size instead of two dogs back to back. I don't know how these were distributed, Raven. I randomly got a message like last week, came like, "Hey, what's your address?" from somebody I'm not going to name, and they didn't tell me anything about whatever it was. It was just like, "Hey, I just need your address," and they sent them out. I saw on Nick's that his was number 2, so this is 58 out of 100. So I'm assuming there are 100 of these things that they sent out. I don't know, honestly, besides Nick, I have no idea who else actually might have gotten one of these. But I am confident when I say that this is, I think, the first official, I don't want to say product because it was actually given, but this is the first official, like, Meta 2 piece, Meta 2 project. Like, this has got me so excited and hype right now for end of quarter 1. As a Florida and gator size is very entertaining measurement. I bet. They're just like big, well, I mean, they're technically big puppies down there from what I've heard in Florida. So excited. Lily is back, Tyler says. Couldn't be Zoo without Lily. 100%. Lily was always a pillar in the community, in the actual, the artistry of Metazoo. Her stuff was always was always killer. Promotion, I have no idea. This might be actually the promotion for the stuff that they're actually going to be releasing later this year. But I'm not sure. Like I said, I have no details on how exactly to get one of these or why I was selected to get one of these. Ooh, hidden ice worm. That's a good idea. Let's look. I didn't see one, but I know there's going to be stuff that I miss. This is from the first time of actually looking at this. I know, the gluttonous gopher, hilarious. I love gluttonous gopher. Was one of those that was an overlooked beastie that every time I got the card and I opened it, I laughed hard just because of the name. And I love that. I love that they actually used ones that aren't, as you would say, quote unquote, like, I don't want to say fan favorites because every single cryptid has fans for them, but they didn't use just big named ones. Like, again, like Snipe. Snipe never, in my opinion, got the actual love and respect that it actually should have. Enfield Monster was another really kind of creepy little oddball one that never really actually got a lot of attention. Dingbell, Loveland Frogman, they're core to Metazoo, in my opinion. Hodag is huge, in my opinion, just because of its connection that it actually had to Rose, which, again, I don't know anything about anything when it comes to the new story stuff that they're actually doing. So I don't know if Rose and Sam and Adam and them, they're going to be the main characters or not, or anything like that. But like, there's a lot of symbology actually in this with some of the older lore too. Mothman peeking around the trees like a creeper. You're not lying. Hodag eats cookies now. Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, that's true, because the Forest Elemental is 100% trying to feed the Hodag the cookie. And it looks like, well, I don't know, probably the Forest Elemental took a bite out of the cookie before it tried to give it to the Hodag, just to test it. Very nice. What will the 100 be called? Charlie's Reindeer Festivus? 100 elves? No idea, my dude. Maybe the whole back on the casters, just focus on the beasties. See, I don't think they can, because like there might be, in theory I could see them being like them having some sort of like short stories when it comes to some of the beasties. Like I know, like with the comic, I think we were supposed to get like 1 or 2 standalone stories that were focused on specific beasties. But they can't, in my opinion, they can't make the entire story and lore just cryptid based without having some sort of human element. I really feel like they have to have casters. They've used the terminology too, casters, when they've done announcements and other stuff like that. So I do feel confident we will get some sort of human element in the upcoming story, but I don't know how they're going to implement that, if that makes any sort of sense. The square-headed cryptid, that is Minnesota Iceman. He's shadowed, so you can't really see him, but 100% somebody pointed that out, and I was like, yes. Somebody said there was a hidden snow wasset, and I don't see it. Maybe they were just making a joke, but that would be hilarious if there was a hidden snow wasset in this. You know what, we can just say there is a hidden snow wasset over here, just because you wouldn't be able to see it anyways. Mothman Cheetah would be right up here. You only get a sneak peek half of him. They have not spoiled any cards yet, and I don't think they're going to spoil any cards, in my opinion, until we get closer to the Q1 release. Just because when they release and they spoil cards, they're going to be picked apart hardcore, because that will be the first time that we actually get any sort of mechanics, like the tweaking of the mechanics, because we'll see attacks, we'll actually see how life points are going to work, we'll actually see like spellbook limits and things like that. So I don't think we're going to get any actual cards spoiled until well into February. Art, on the other hand, though, they've already spoiled some art. They haven't specifically said that the art was for the new base set, though. So hold that with a grain of salt. But they have spoiled some of the art that some of the new artists actually have done. So So I mean, I gotta just turn around and check the comments. Sorry, I'm excited for this. I'm glad I've been holding on to hope. Me too, Poppy. Me too. Possible Bigfoot under Enfield. Oh no, 100%, 100%. I would bet that that has to be Bigfoot. I don't know what else it would be, but it. And I'll be honest with you, it gives me. And I know it's not orange eyes, but that just gives me strong orange eyes vibes right there. Just I don't know that if that's a nod to the OG comics, that's amazing because that just gives me hardcore orange eyes vibes. Q&A question for you: if Metazoo ever collaborated with another IP, what would you want it to be? Ooh. Well, first off, I want to preface this with I hope that they don't collab with anybody until they are ready. That is one thing I feel that old admin did, was that they were trying to use the collaborations in order to get people's eyes on the product, interested in the product. And that's a different avenue than the way that Meta 2 is going to have to do it, because Meta 2 actually has the connections that the old retro Metazoo admin was trying to create. They already have those connections. So I feel like any sort of collaboration they would do, it would actually be smart, and it would be for Metazoo's benefit versus the other IP's benefit. Saying that though, if I wanted to do some sort of a collaboration, who would it be with? I'll be honest, I don't know. I want them to focus more on their IP, their story, their characters, the cryptids, the beasties, everything like that. Make sure that's super strong. Make sure that actually has a solid concrete base. And then they can move forward and they can actually do other things. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, though. Any sort of company that I would really want them to do some sort of collaboration with. Right, we got. I'm feeling that the first base set will contain sprinkling of stuff from the expansions. Maybe, I don't know. I think that the base set itself has to be standalone and strong. And like they've already, I mean, I would imagine we're going to get, once the base set comes out, at least 2 sets a year, I want to say. I know that they're from the spoiler that they actually gave us about the different auras. I know we're only getting 4 auras as far as I'm aware in the first base set, and then they're going to introduce a 5th one in the first expansion, and then it looks like they're actually going to introduce a new aura type with every expansion. And I'm excited for that because, like, for example, Loveland Frogman. Loveland Frogman traditionally has always been water aura, and there is no water aura in the initial base set release based off of the spoiler that they released a couple weeks ago. So what aura type is Love going to be? Is Love going to be in the base set? Like, that's the stuff that I'm really thinking about. What else we got? Okay, Uncle Sam on his snail. That was always one of my number one favorite Metazoo. Please make this one cool and give his snail his own card too. No, that'd be funny. An Uncle Sam snail card. Would be cool to make the snail an artifact. That 100% I could see. The snowman is snow schmooze. The carrots on the top of their hair's right. Ooh. You know what? I actually didn't actually think about that, Darwin. That's true. That might not be. Well, I was thinking it could be potentially Snow Ghost. But that is 100%. You're right. That 100% is a smooze in snow form. And you're right. I think the carrots actually would be the hair that's coming up from the back of its head. That's a really good observation, my dude. Let's get the product out first and see how well it does before we start working with other IPs. Exactly, Poppy. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Make a strong foundation, make a good concrete foundation, and then build upon top of it. Like, you don't want to try to start expanding out too quick until you actually know without a doubt that it's not going anywhere, that it is solid, it is set. Give us the story of the cryptids. Give us the story of the characters. Give us the story and the setting of the world. Let us get invested in that and those things first, 100%, before you branch out and bring other things into the IP. Like that, I'm 100% behind you on that. Supernatural Supernatural collab someday would be hilarious as long as they make a Bobby card. Please make Bobby a caster. That would be hilarious. That's the only one that I would actually use. So yeah, anyway, this thank you to Charlie, to the entirety of Metazoo. Lily, hats off. This is phenomenal. Is that a spam can behind the death? I mean, it could be. I mean, spam's for life, but bam, yeah. I actually was gifted that at the first water tower, and it became part of my streaming setup. Oh yeah, 100%. It's funny too because I always get comments about the spam can. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I have that, but like, I can open up something. I got I got some spellbooks and some UFO. That's all I really got at the moment. So I could open up this if anybody if we want to hang out. It's a UFO random box. But yeah, I mean, what are you guys' thoughts? What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Metazoo? I mean, are you guys like what are your thoughts on everything? UFO is your favorite set? That's awesome. I love UFO. I think UFO has the coolest, in my opinion, secret rares out of any of the sets. Just because they were literally sent to space. And then this right here, the little tiny foil right there, boom. That was from the foil that actually went into space as well, too. No, UFO is one of my favorites to actually open too. Just because, like I said, like it's the whole idea that it actually went to space. I love the fact that it actually like went to space. Oh. So yeah, what do you guys think? You guys excited? Oh wait, I didn't even do the trick right. Look at that. Ho, Monster of Partridge Creek. I would still say my favorite to open is probably still Nightfall, which I have one booster box of Nightfall left, and I don't want to open it just because like as soon as I open it, I'm gonna have to buy more because it's my favorite. Oh, I didn't do it right again. Oh, what did I do? Where'd it go? Oh, okay, there we go. Static Snowstone. But I like this the actual pole, like North Pole right there with Love's topping on it, and the fact that it's actually a ornament instead of like I don't know if you actually noticed that, but yeah, it's an ornament. It's not just the top of Love's staff. But that's super cool. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Dragon's Rage or Dragon's Rise. I'm excited for end of Q1, March. We still don't have an actual release date on when the new product will be out. But it should be, like I said, should be out. Like they keep saying Q1, and I'm confident these guys want to keep their word. That is the one thing that I know. That is the one thing they are really trying to do, is that they're actually trying to set expectations. They're trying to actually show they are different from the old admin. And if they say they're going to do something, they're going to actually do it. And it's going to be on time. So Q1, so like around end of March or so is when we should actually get the first product. I know somebody was asking earlier too about like card spoilers. I personally would not expect to see any sort of card spoilers, like physical cards, like actual cards like this right here, until easily mid-February, maybe even into February. Just because with them redoing the mechanics and everything else like that for the game, as soon as they actually show a card, it's going to give so much information about how the new game is going to work, how the mechanics are going to be different from Retrozoo. And I know that is one thing that they are really keeping a tight lip on right now, is exactly how the mechanics of the new game is going to work. I hope they have more tribe structure through too, like being able to make an all dragon deck. Ooh, that would be kind of cool. That's one of the things that I talked about actually when, because I did a video a couple weeks ago about some of the stuff they could keep or what I think they should change when it comes to actual playing the game. And that was one of the things I think they should keep actually were tribes. I liked how tribes work. But we don't need 20 million different traits. We don't need like 20 million different types of terras. There's a lot that they can actually do, or simplify, I should say, but still keep the old feeling of what Metazoo was before it went under last year. Oh god, it's so weird to say last year now because it's 2025. Happy New Year, by the way, everybody. But yeah, like I said, I don't think we're going to get any sort of card spoilers, like full-on card spoilers, until February, into February, middle of February. Just because, again, as soon as I know, for me, for example, as soon as they actually show us a card, and it actually has text on it with attack, it has life points, has aura cost, other things like that, I'm going to take it and I'm going to actually, like, do a deep dive comparing it to old Retro Zoo. And that right there alone should give us enough info to figure out some of how the new game is going to operate. It was just so effect heavy, and then all the counters and stuff that needed more and more new rulings. Yeah, that's one of the things I was saying. They kind of a lot of that, in my opinion, I think had to do with the traits, just because there were so many different traits. And then on top of it too, something that made it really confusing was Cryptid Nation and Nightfall had different trait symbols on it. So it was if you could have one card that had a trait, and then you could have another card from a different set that had the same trait, but it was a different symbol. And so not only did you have to know what it was, but your opponent had to know what it was. And there was no real easy way to look up the old symbols versus the new symbols unless you had a rule book from that old set. But even then, like, it was just confusing. So, ooh, Walking Yang, nice. I like that one. It's one of my favorites from UFO. So I don't know. They don't need that many. And like one of the things I was saying in the video was that they could honestly get rid of some of the traits and then just make those actual text that are on the card. Like if you want something to have flight, then just put flight on the card. You don't need to actually have a symbol that somebody has to recognize or to remember. To be honest with you, you don't really even need the symbols for the traits because you can just make it actual part of the attack of the card itself. So I don't know. There's a lot that they could do. There's a lot they can do to simplify, to make it easier for people to learn. Because, I mean, that's the one thing, especially when it comes, not just to Metazoo, but when it comes to TCGs in general right now, is you need to not only have a good quality game, good quality cards, like something that's collectible, but you need something that is super easy to pick up, something that anybody could literally be like, okay, cool, here's 5 minutes, take this time real quick, I'm going to show you how to play this. Because I played in a couple towers, but to be honest with you, I didn't feel like I started getting good at the game until about a month or two before Dark Tower. Oh wow, so many orbs. It was the one thing that actually kind of bugged me actually about UFO was it was just so orb heavy. But yeah, it was probably, I want to say, like August or so when I started really feeling confident. Like I knew what I was doing when it came to another orb, to the game. Even though I worked at a card shop and I played online, I watched actual tournaments on TTS. Like I went to all of the towers except for Flame, and it was just really, it was easy in my opinion to kind of pick up the basics in essence, but anything past the basics got really, really complicated. And so it turned a lot of people off. There were a couple friends of mine that I tried to get into playing the game, like people who played Magic and stuff, like Pokemon even. and I tried explaining the rules to him. Ha, Cryptid Busters, nice. And one of the three actually picked up the game and tried it. The other one said, nah, I'm good. That's too complicated. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't mind complexity either. Like I like the idea of it being like easy as what is it I used to say? It's old Metazoo was easy like checkers to learn, but to actually play it, it was like trying to master chess. Like you could pick up any of the starter decks or theme decks and play them, and it was fun. But then you go to like a tournament or anything like that, and the play skill was completely different than what it was. Like it was there was no gap. It was a chasm, in my opinion, between playing it casually and playing it professionally. Where when it comes to like Magic and stuff, like if you have the right deck, you can do whatever you need to in Magic, and it kind of teaches it yourself. And I don't, like I said, it's super complicated. I had a blast playing it, but that's not for everybody. It's really hard to get people to play a complicated game. Like a good example, a good example of one of the TCGs that came out recently that, in my opinion, was kind of complicated to play was Interstellar. Interstellar was fun. It was a really cool concept because it was all space-based, but you had like 3 different play areas. You had to have resources. You had to have the planets. You had to take the resources from the planet in order to do this, in order to actually make something happen. You could lose your ship, but if you lose your ship, your person couldn't move between the 3 different areas. And like it was a really cool concept, but it was just super complicated, in my opinion. But yeah, that was it. Nothing really special. Like I said, UFO box. Got some cool full hollows. Did not get any sort of actual really big hits though from the UFO. And oddly enough, this was more reverse hollows. Oh, that wasn't one. That was more reverse hollows than you normally get in a UFO box. Wow. Normally they're all a full hollow heavy. This one had a lot of reverses in it though. So many orbs. Yeah, that's UFO. All right, well, let's take a look at this one more time real quick. And then, like I said, I'm going to take some close-up pictures, and I'll post them on Instagram, so definitely go and check that out. 30 hollow. Wow, nice. But, yeah, again, thank you to Metazoo and to Charlie for sending this out. Well done with this Lily. She jumped in here real quick and actually said that she was the one that did the artwork for it. So again, well done. I love the detail. I love how happy they all seem too. You got the creepers in the back though, like Mothman, Pie Saw Bird. I still reminds me of Black Wukong for some reason. I know it should be Jack Frost though, but yeah, Black Wukong for sure. Excited for this TCG to take off again. Glad I stayed in it and didn't sell anything. Yep, me too, my dude. I don't think I sold a single piece that I owned. Dan was like, I actually wanted to make an orb deck. Just needed that one Caster's Cup card. Right, yeah. I was kind of surprised at... I didn't realize, I guess, because I didn't go to Caster's Cup in 2022. And I didn't realize what it did until I saw one the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, that Caster's Cup card is ridiculous." But yeah, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for coming, saying hi. Like I said, check out Instagram. I'll have some photos up there later on this evening, close-ups and things like that. If there's anything that I don't post on Instagram that you actually want a close-up of, just let me know, and I will try to get that out. Little dingbell looking cute. I love it. But yeah, no, thanks. Like I said, thanks for everybody coming out here. Thanks again to Metazoo for sending this. This is going to get framed and it's going to go up on the wall. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for Metazoo this coming spring. And I'm excited to exactly see where our community is this time next year. Like, this last year has been a roller coaster of emotions and feelings, and I'm excited that we have direction. I'm excited that we have an end goal, if you will. Now there is no ifs or anything like that. I can't wait. I cannot wait till March. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.